Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 41 of Plummet. So, who are you? What are you? And to celebrate International Hoof Care Week, what is your hoof care routine? Starting with Lenida.
Well, hello there, it's me, Lenida, playing Burr Nin, the mate of Stunin. Hoof care, well, yeah, I'm just gonna go with my own feet then I take it, because I don't do any much more hoof care than that. I mean, I clip my nails every now and then, just to don't get them too long, since I do a lot of activities which involves running around, kicking at balls, yeah, you know, regular stuff that active person does in his everyday life. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not taking care of my hoofs that good, but...
Okay. Next we have Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie, our human disciple. Hoof care. Well, as I'm not a horse, but if I did have a horse, I know exactly how to trim and clean out their hooves with the picks and things like that. But my own feet, I generally just do basic things, much the same as Lenida, except that I make sure that my work shoes have decent insoles because I'm on my feet all day.
Okay.
That's good.
And finally this week, because Bellery is apparently stuck at work and won't leave, and AJ's not feeling well, we have Squid.
Yeah, hello, I'm Squid, playing Karrus, the tiefling thief. Like Amy, I can actually do proper hoof care on horses. I almost trained as a farrier because I worked in the stables when I was young. Kinda wish I had sometimes. But my own personal hoof care regime is, in the shower, I have this great thing that I bought, and it's like a horrible gummy plastic foot with bits on it, and it sticks to the bottom of the shower, so you can just like scrub your feet without having to bend over and things like that. It is brilliant, because I have, and it is a family trait, particularly smelly feet.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they don't smell as bad when you like grate some of the stuff off?
It's not grating, it's just washing them and stuff, but I have to probably wash my feet twice a day. It is absolutely a family thing. My nephews are 8 and have the same problem.
Oh
boy. Yeah, you get those shower, they're blue things, and they have like a pumice stone and brushes, don't they?
Yeah, brushes, that's right. I was just saying, you can just put shower gel on it and just get a nice lather up and gets right between your toes and stuff like that.
I was going to say, it's still less scary than the battery-powered peg egg.
Yes.
But yeah, when I was looking for a replacement peg egg recently, I bought something off Amazon that was £1, and I bought it mainly just because the description was things like, I bought this to remove some dead skin on my feet. It's fucking terrifying. And I was like, I have to get this. And I turned up and I'm like, yeah, it is. So that's a replacement peg egg. Anyway, yes, we will carry on with the actual podcast. Turn to Dragon and say what happened last week. So, Dragon, open the storybook, please.
After escaping from the giant spider in the alley, the trio of Frankie, Karrus, and Professor Sinister attempt to return to their rooms in the rich quarter of town. Unfortunately, the portcullis to this part of town has been closed off to the public. It seems demons are afoot in Nerrick Hall, and until the safety of those within can be guaranteed, the guard commander has ordered it to remain this way. Whilst attempting to find out more details, they meet a rather grumpy tabaxi by the name of Ora Velsic and Burr Nin, a dragonborn apothecary who had journeyed to Neric Hall to find his wife. The party decided to journey to this guard commander and ask for his permission to go home. By the time they arrive at the barracks, the door lies splintered and broken. It seems something big came this way and is headed straight for the armory. So, of course, this leads to a squabble about who should be the one to lead the group into the darkness ahead. After this was resolved, the brave party ventured forth, eventually discovering a mass of infernals and guardsmen fighting in the corridor outside the armory. Burr Nin leapt into action, but misfired his staff, cloaking the entire party in a thick green cloud of poison mist. As the rest of the party coughed and spluttered, Frankie misstepped, falling backwards down the stairs, breaking his leg at the knee and howling in pain. Ora, in an attempt to keep the squealing Frankie quiet, ran to his side and slapped him hard across the face, distracting the disciple enough that Burr Nin could approach and attempt to heal the injured Frankie by removing the final tatters of his lower leg. Incensed with rage, Frankie began bellowing at Burr that Stu, his missing wife, was dead. As the infernals turned and began to take notice of the squawking party, Karrus attempted valiantly to take down the infernals, while the majority of the rest of the party fought amongst themselves as usual, as the professor cackled quietly to himself. Just as the party had begun to put their issues aside, the infernals shot forth fireballs, setting Karrus' arm ablaze and incinerating the most delicate parts of Professor Sinister. Enraged, he called upon his magical servant to extinguish his flames, but unfortunately this only made the situation worse. As Karrus continued to run around screaming that he was ablaze, the professor shrugged off his robe, revealing his entirely scorched, hairless form, but temporarily escaping the flames. Burr attempted to help Karrus, but unfortunately just slammed the hapless tiefling headfirst into the solid floor, knocking him somewhat unconscious and once again generating the wrath of everyone else. As several infernals finally began to fall, and the professor was set ablaze once again, only to be attacked by a tapestry-wielding Burr Nin in an honest attempt to extinguish him, the party decided as one that they had enough of Burr Nin actively targeting him, and believed they'd be better off without him. This led to Burr charging the final infernal, tapping it lightly on the head with his staff before an arrow from Karrus knocked the apothecary out cold, and there was much rejoicing. As the final infernal was extinguished, the party reluctantly roused Burr Nin and made their way into the armory, finally meeting the guard commander, but, unfortunately, agreeing to examine a nearby cave before they were granted access back home.
And lo, the story continues. So while I assume Professor Sinister is away acquiring himself a new robe, the rest of you all sort of journey out the back entrance of the barracks and out the main area gate of Neric Hall, and you follow the directions, and in the distance on the hillside you see this very daunting looking cave. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go there straight away? Are you going to plan before you get there?
I'm going to practice walking.
Burr Nin is going to be cheering on gleefully.
Shut up, you! Trying to concentrate.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. I know you can do it.
Is that supposed to be cheering?
Heave ho!
It's not a salute.
Heave ho!
Effort! Put immersion into it, my boy.
Oh, I'm not very good at effort, but yeah, no.
Maybe he's trying to get you to encourage by, chasing him.
I'll hit
More
you with a
people.
fireball first.
Well, I mean, we could put our forces together and do a poison fireball. Would be a smooth ride, you know?
Frankie's just gonna look at him with a side-on look and go, I don't trust you. At all.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna stand here in the corner and look sheepish. Bye-bye.
Karrus, why do we have to go with him? Where are you, Karrus?
Karrus, no. If we do have to go and do into the cave, then at least we can shove him in front and he can poison things while we keep protection from behind.
Oh, yes, I can poison things.
Definitely. I'm your poisoner. One. Yes.
Yes, I know. Unfortunately, you've now poisoned me twice.
I'm going to dig through my backpack because I'm pretty sure I've got... Yes, I have those lab technician jacket thing that I picked up with the plague mask.
Oh, the sort of
With the...
plague doctor masks.
Yeah, and the cape as well. I have 2 capes. Karrus, do you want one? It might help. It might help.
Does it help my saving throw against poison?
Unfortunately, I only have 1 mask, but...
Might have one for getting out of fires as well, then. Frankie?
Take a flask of water.
At this point, I'm more likely to douse you in oil.
Well, I have enough in my hair, but don't worry about it.
You should take a flask of oil with us, actually. That might be useful for a cave.
Well, no sense sitting about here. Let's get it over and done with. At this point, I'll be honest, I would probably be quite helpful for just to embrace the darkness of death, to just have this all come to an end.
I've been close many times, but this might be my final run. You never know. But yes, we're the only ones around, and poor Mr. Professor Sinister's off having to find clothes, and I don't think that's a productive use of time.
He did tell you that he was off to get some robes and possibly have a coffee on the way.
I don't think he'll be back anytime soon.
Or a glass of champagne or something like that, probably. But yeah.
Chardonnay, Chardonnay.
Yes. Who said that?
Voice in the wind.
Yeah.
Well, let's toast the old beggar anyway. So he gets out sweet sherry, offers some to Frankie, quite deliberately not to Burr.
I accept the drink, pull out my pipe and light it up and offer Karrus some.
And I think he steps to the side of the road and just sort of gestures like, well, after you, Poisoner General.
I like that one.
I don't have anything left to live for anyway, so why not?
And Burr is just gonna take the head.
Okay. So you journey up to this massive cave, and inside you see a strange sort of swirling green light coming from within, and you see a sort of portal at the back of the cave. It seems to have 3 tattered robed figures standing around it, chanting towards it to keep it open. What do you want to do?
Burr is just sort of disheveled by the news that his wife is actually dead, so...
He
he's
didn't
just gonna-
believe last episode.
Yeah, well,
The reality's hit in between time.
reality's hit in between episodes, so he's just gonna...
Well, what's the point?
And he's gonna go poison bolt one of the hooded figures.
Oh well. I was going to ask them what they were doing, but it is probably demon summoning.
Alright, so you want to do a roll and we'll see from there where it goes. Okay, you fire a poison bolt, it sort of bursts over them. They don't seem to move from their chanting, they seem to be very deep in deep in sort of trance-like state, even though there's like poison smoke going around them, they seem to start coughing.
Can I do a demonology check to see if, as Karrus expects, is they're summoning demons again?
Yep, sure. Yep, it definitely has some sort of demonic taint, yes.
It is demons, you know.
Oh, what joy.
Frankie, do you want to weigh in with a fireball? Or should we
I was
actually
actually-
try and talk to one of them?
If they're summoning demons, I'd rather we kill them straight away than have them actually summon demons when there's only 3 of us. So I'm going to wake them up with an electrical bolt. Let's try that.
Alright, roll. Yep. So, is it lightning you're using?
Yes.
Okay, so you shock one of them. Because they turn to face you, and they've got a very strange hunch as they seem to sort of shake their heads a lot, and they look at you and go, "What? What are you?"
We're wondering where the demons are coming from, so this looks like a good spot. Are you summoning demons?
We are the 3 portals. We keep it open. Why have you brought us the blood? And you know one of them coming
whose
round
blood?
going, "Blood? They brought blood."
No.
Then why have you disturbed us?
Well, you're sort of invading the nearby town. At least that's what they told us. Karrus?
Yes, absolutely. Demons running amok.
Do we look like demons?
No,
Well.
you look silly.
Why do you need the blood?
We are paid in blood.
Where does the portal go, pray tell?
It goes to the land across the sea. Look. It points and the portal becomes really clear for a second, and you see a quite large room with a throbbing pink crystal in the middle of it.
Who is in the land of the... over there then?
We do not know. They have only paid us to open this portal.
How much blood for passage?
Well, it is open, but we will take what blood you are willing to pay.
I don't want to give any of my blood.
No. Maybe we should just go through the portal. I mean, they're keeping it open, but might be some
Yes,
fun
but-
on the other side.
Yes, but the payment is blood. To go through the portal is blood.
Well,
I'm not giving anyone more of my blood.
They're just saying that it's, anybody can give. If you don't want to give anything, the portal is open. So, if we don't kill them, the portal will be open, and we can go through.
Can you come back from there? Through the same portal? Or do you have to find a different portal to get back?
The portal works both ways. For as long as it stays open.
Alright. Who wants to be the guinea pig? And have a short trip?
Fuck it, I'll go. But
Yes,
I do
I'll
like
go
to
with
pay
you
the
guys.
ferryman.
Do you want
And,
to pay for
can-
more
Cut.
sand?
Yes.
And
Gareth will cut his hand and sort of hold his
gestures
fist
over
out.
to the wall, and on the wall there seems to be a quite large sand timer that looks about a third full. It's pouring into the other half below, which is about 2/3 full. Do you want more time?
I think that would be safer, yes.
How much more time do you want?
Depends how much blood you need to buy.
Blood is always useful. Why?
Again, sort of gestures with his cut hand, blood sort of coming between his fingers.
One of the other ones comes over with a small sort of beaker and starts collecting the blood as it's dripping into it. This will work. We will add time for the blood.
What exactly does that mean? Time where? Time in life? Time over there?
I think once the time runs out on that, Frankie, the portal goes and we are left wherever the fuck we go.
Oh, I don't like this plan.
Yeah, I will summon my blood as well. What use do I have of it?
I mean, I'm quite glad you offered, Burr, because I was half considering just slitting your throat and really filling them up.
Okay, well, whatever.
He just blinks. He's not actually meaning that one.
Burr is just
So-
gonna cut his hand a bit as well and offer some blood up, so...
After a couple of minutes and 2 full beakers of blood, you notice one of them fussing with the sand timer, and the other 2 go back to chanting. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go through the portal? Are you going to look at the sand timer? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I was going to say one last question is to try and, I don't know if there's a role to try and judge how much time is going to take the sand timer to run out.
It looks like it has several hours of time left.
Well, we'll not hang around. We've got a few hours, but let's not get stuck. And he just strides through.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, tally ho.
Cheer up, Frankie.
I don't want to go through the
portal.
portal.
Everyone do me an awareness roll, please. Both Frankie and Burr here. I hope that Feminus likes his new friend.
Who? Feminist? Who's feminist?
He just turns round to look at you and says, "What? Are you addressing me?"
What? I thought we went through the
Looks at
portal.
you very confused and just kind of like, not sure if you're talking to her or not.
Oh god. Where are we?
Oh, this sounds like fun. Tally ho.
Okay. It's just Frankie that's left not going through yet.
Yeah,
Alright,
tally
you going
ho.
through?
That was me go through. Yes.
Okay. You go through the portal, and in front of you there is this, what looks like a giant sort of fountain. And there is what seems to be a pink gem bobbing up and down at the top of it. To your left, there is a small corridor.
Frankie's going to investigate the gem and roll an arcana check to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll demonology at the same time to check it out as well.
Yeah, I'm going to do a demonology as well.
Oh dear.
Karrus becomes slightly obsessed by the gem. It's a very nice, bright pink demon gem. He does quite like it.
It's got the same colour of eyes as my mum.
We're learning more and more about your family every week.
I mean, Dad is Baphomet.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, this me or Frankie she
Frankie
did a
looks-
check and I did a demonology, so
The gem does seem to pulse quite strong magic. It's like a sort of marker for something. And Burr just kind of looks at the gem. The gem is demonic, but Karrus is like wide-eyed and squeeing at it at the moment, so...
Oh, there's a lot of magic in this.
yeah,
Right.
it's a demon one as well. But Karrus seems weird. Maybe we should sort of knock on him on the head a little bit
No.
harder than usual, perhaps.
Frankie's going to nudge Karrus really, really roughly and be like, right, come on, let's go check out this corridor. We'll come back later. You can stare at it later.
Do I knock out of it, or do I continue being in a doam?
Give me a roll and we'll see. You're very much obsessed with it.
Glazed eyes, total anime eyes now, sort of slightly tearing up, just staring at them.
Burr is-
Karrus, there's a really busty elf down that corridor, and she's on a swing. You'll really like her.
Why wouldn't a dwarf like an elf or tiefling like an elf? I don't know. But
Just run with it.
yeah,
It's a story.
I'm just
One of
gonna
my
go-
deities.
I'll just stand in front of Karrus here, in front of the gem, so he can't see anything, and that might break the spell. Hopefully.
I was just going to say, unless it breaks instantly, he'll just start shuffling round so he can always see it.
Burr is just gonna jump ahead of you all the time when you try to move to see the gem. I'm way bigger than you, so we can do it.
Okay, so Karrus is frantically trying to look at the gem and Burr is blocking him all the way. What's Frankie doing apart from shouting about this busty elf on a swing?
Well, distraction didn't work. He's going to wander and poke his head down the corridor, but not venture too far.
Okay.
See what he sees.
As you push your head down the corridor, you smell a strange scent. It's a scent that reminds you of the sewers in Nerrick Hall.
Ugh, did the rats move here?
It does smell a lot like rats, yes.
Oh, lovely. Are we going to have large vermin this time?
How's it going over there, Frankie?
It's looking ominous. You better snap Karrus out of it quickly, or we're not gonna have a muscle man.
Well, I'll just pick him up and take him with us then. That might work.
Good luck!
Okay, roll your strength to pick Karrus up.
And Karrus is definitely going to be contesting this somehow.
Okay, Karrus, roll your strength to contest. Natural 20, yes, you hit Burr Nin somewhere. Oh god.
I think actually not too bad, but like a backward sort of punch, so just like a rap right in the end of the nose and just sort of say something really weird like naughty puppy.
You hit him in the right arm and you bruise his arm.
Okay.
That's one of the nicest rolls we've had for the table.
Ow. Ow.
Burr is just gonna react spontaneously and kick Karrus.
Okay, roll. You swing, Karrus moves closer to the gem, and you completely miss him.
Oh,
I think
fuck this.
Karrus is now also going to start sort of reaching his hand out as though to stroke it, like he's stroking someone's cheek.
Yep, so you start climbing the fountain to
My
reach the
beautiful
gem.
mother.
Frankie, I think you might want to come here and help me knock him out. I think that's the only way we're gonna get him away from here. Otherwise, we could just leave him here. But, I mean, that doesn't seem really nice.
All right. Can I like try and dispel the like illusion at all?
Use
Use an
demonology
arcana?
and see how you get on.
Demonology? Okay.
Yep, you manage to sort of cast something. The pink gem begins to fade in colour and turns far more green, and Karrus seems to confusedly lose interest in it.
Karrus, come on, this way. Quickly.
Sort of halfway up the fountain, like, what's happening?
Dodgy gem, come on.
Good job,
Dodgy
Frankie.
gem.
Yes.
You know by now it's
Like
never a
my
pink
mother.
gem.
It's a dodgy gem. Come on. It's bad juju. Let's move.
My little pinky.
What about your little pinky?
As a phrase coined for pink gems doing bad things to small children.
You're an odd one, Burr Nin.
Yes, I am. But that's because I don't have a wife anymore. I'm only one now. One is an odd number.
Well, to be fair, she left you. If I was you, I would be pissed.
Frankie, that is a different way of burning people than I am.
Well,
No, but it just occurred to me now. It's like, but she left you. You came
I'm
looking
not-
for her.
I'm not you, Frankie. I know she loved me. And now she's dead. What's the point? Let's go into this corridor.
Well, you go and check for traps by wandering along it, and we'll stay 20 feet behind you.
15.
Okay.
We might want to watch if he accidentally triggers a trap.
Still a risk of blood splatter, but fair play.
I'm just gonna use some dungeoneering on the corridor to see if there's any traps.
Alright, roll. You don't detect a thing.
Alright. Seems to be nice, guys. I've checked it for traps. I'm just walking along here now and we'll have some fun. Come along.
Well, just mind your step.
Can
Oh, okay.
Frankie and Karrus roll me a dungeoneering as well. So, all of you seem to think this is going really well. Carry on.
And there's a TP.
You know, I thought it smelled funny when I first put my head down here, but actually it's not that difficult to put out of my mind. Quite a pleasant walk.
Yeah, that might be my feet.
What? I'm 15 feet behind you.
Yes. That's not far enough.
Okay, so you get to the end of the corridor, and in the next room there's a massive green river and a bridge going across it.
Anything else
Right.
you can see?
Oh, there's just a bridge going across. It's kind of like a sort of quite rickety bridge, but you're still underground.
I was going to go to the edge of the river first and just stick the top of a torch in it just to see what happens. Like, I do not trust this at all.
Is it going to be the lit end or the dull end of the torch?
It would be the end that would be lit, but it is not lit. So it is an unlit torch, but it'd be the thick end of it. I'd be holding it normally.
Okay, so you dip the torch in the green stuff. You pull it out, it's now coated in a thick layer of green.
Frankie will come up and he's going to run a alchemy check on the stuff.
What is that? It's a very odd colour.
If we're lucky, it'll regenerate things.
It smells quite sulphurous.
Let's not put anything that could ignite that. Let's put that down.
Burr
Careful.
is just gonna cross the bridge.
Okay.
Karrus is going to carefully put it away, but he's not going to take the goo off it. He's going to try and have a super torch.
Fair enough. So
And then
Karrus carefully
follow
packs
after.
away the green goo-covered torch. Are you and Frankie going to cross the river?
I certainly am. I'm going to follow after Burr. Wait until he has crossed the bridge before following.
Yeah, I'll do it one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. So can all of you roll me awareness checks, see if you notice anything? Okay, Karrus notices that the chain on the opposite side, the one you're walking to, is far more rusted than the chain when you were crossing.
Just sort of runs his finger across it once he's over and goes, that's odd. Seems to be more rusted on this side. Very, very curious. Same ambient temperature. And then it looks around. Is there anything different? Is it a different temperature? Is there mist or anything over this side?
No, it feels like this part of the chain's been left longer, like the other side's been replaced sooner.
Ah, okay.
So it's been maintained, basically.
The other side
Someone's
seems to be
maintaining it.
maintained far better. This side seems to have been... It doesn't look as stable from this end. If you'd started this end, you might not have been as confident about the bridge.
Oh. I'm glad we took it one by one now.
This'll be fun when we're inevitably sprinting back in the opposite direction for our lives, trying to get through the portal before it closes.
If we're sprinting back. If.
That's the gem golem in his hip. This little guy can get some speed up.
In fact, only one of you has both natural legs. Is quite hilarious.
Yep.
I now have in my head canon that Karrus runs faster if he just lifts his other leg and lets the golem do all the running.
Fair enough.
What can we see on the other side then?
As you get to the other side, you notice a set of stairs leading up, which, as you sort of rise up the stairs, you notice a sort of strange room which looks like a break room. There's a couple of tables and just chairs that are sort of lying discarded. There's no one else here, but it looks like there was someone here relatively recently, and on the wall there seems to be 2 or 3 spears in quite a large rack.
Should we announce ourselves?
Probably not. It seems deserted. I think I'll grab one of these spears. Just take it with
I
me.
was going to do the
Maybe I
same,
can
but
throw some people.
Absolutely. But Karrus is actually trying to gauge if they're normal sized or if there's something big down here.
The closer you get to them, the more you realise they're made for someone who is maybe about twice your height.
As I suspected. Passes it to Burr. Too big
you
for me
can't-
to use.
You can't win every time, you know, Karrus.
But I shall keep on trying.
You do that.
Is there anything else of interest up here in the break room?
Not much. There is a door, a sort of quite large metal door that's lying slightly ajar.
Is that the only other door?
Yes, that is the only other door.
I think we should have a little listen first, just in case.
Sounds like a good idea, Karrus.
Yes, take our time.
Okay.
Assess the situation.
Okay, are you going to listen at the metal door, or are you going to listen somewhere else? Where are you going to listen?
Yeah, I'm going to listen near the gap in the metal door if it's slightly ajar.
And Burr is gonna stand to the side, spear at the ready.
Okay. You hear the sound of squeaking.
Looks at
You
Frank.
here, Karrus?
Please don't
I'm
let
not
it be
going
rats.
to lie. Yes, it's rats again.
I always feel so dirty.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
that is because
rats.
you usually are quite dirty, Frankie. You could do with having a bath once in a while.
When have we had the facilities for such a thing? When?
Well, if you spent less time whoring, then you could at least have a bath once a fortnight.
I assure you, my dear friend, I'm doing more than whoring. There's a bathtub in the whorehouse. You do realize this.
Burr is slowly blushing at this conversation.
Yes, but it's not very sanitary, the water, if you can call it that in the bath, is it?
I mean, technically it could be cleaner after things have happened than before. Just saying. On a technicality, just saying.
On a technicality, Frankie is correct.
You two, maybe focus on the task at hand, please.
What do you want to do? Do you want to fling open the door and I throw a fireball through? Frankie whispers in hushed tones.
At this point, Burr Nin is just sick of it all and just opens the door and goes in, spear held high, and just...
Okay.
Well, what the
Are you
fuck?
kicking open the door, or are you pushing open the door?
I'm kicking open the door.
Okay. You kick open
Karrus
the
is
door.
stepping back.
Frankie's just surprised.
You kick open the door, there is an almighty thud, and you hear a sort of sound of... And in front of you, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rats that have all just turned to look at you. They're all normal rat size, but there is hundreds of them.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Friends. I hope you like poison.
And it's poison ball time.
Okay, roll.
I love it. I hope you like poison.
Yeah, it's not as cool as fireball time, but I mean, hello.
You shoot a very slow moving green mist towards the rats.
I'm now
You all
thinking
start
of that
trying to run away from it.
That wee Twitter thing with the doing the LARPing. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Poison.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Well, seeing that Burr has charged in, Frankie's gonna be watching his back and will launch a fireball.
Okay.
Hopefully aiming for like the middle of the rat group. Try and get as much as possible.
Okay. Natural one. Well, this is the point where you
Yes,
realise
who?
that Burr's cloud of poison is in fact flammable.
Oh no.
So,
So I just blasted the entire room.
can everyone do me a dodge roll to see how big this explosion is, please?
Is that just a normal roll or is it anything else?
For fuck's sake, Frankie.
I've
an-
thrown myself clear.
Normal roll or roll plus balance if you have balance. So, Frankie backflips clear. Karrus goes, oh fuck, I'm not having this again, gets clear. Burr Nin, however. Oh god, Burr Nin. 16.
Will he be burning?
18. The explosion breaks Burr Nin's leg as he slams into the wall.
Ow.
So now all of you have broken legs. The rats are all on fire and are running around panically on fire. The room is now completely lit up and you can see that there's a door at the other end. But the room is now full of the smell of burning fur.
Ugh, God, it's going to take so long to get this out of my clothes.
Oh, make us balls.
Let's hope our child Burr Nin doesn't get to experience this.
God.
You have a child. Make
course
her
we do.
help them.
No, that's the nanny's job.
Oh god.
I was about to say, have you abandoned this poor child going after your dead wife and just left it in a ditch somewhere?
Well, I mean, the child is 6'9" and very capable, so I don't think it will be a problem.
And also, if you have a child, why on earth did you just say you have nothing to live for? You're
You're so a
Andre.
terrible father.
Yes, I am.
I don't
Everyone
think
tell-
you get into
everyone
the
tells me
club
so.
till you lose a leg.
Yes, you're not part of the legless legacy.
Oh, I like that.
You mean the legacy?
To be fair, I
No,
like
it needs
that
to be
even
2
better.
words. It's no more prestigious if it's 2 words.
Well, it hurts just the same.
Come on, there's the door. Let's get out of here.
The room is now full of
Thank you.
smouldering rats.
Wait for the fire to die down and then make our way to the next door.
Yeah, maybe heal up my leg while we're waiting.
Let's see, how badly mangled is your leg? It's pretty fucking mangled. The natural
whole
one,
leg?
the entire leg is twisted. really badly twisted and broken.
Lucky for me, then I got my staff to jump around with.
You should have told me your poison cloud was flammable.
Well, you should learn to aim, you silly sod.
Well, I wouldn't have aimed if I'd known it was a bloody flammable, would I?
Well, at least this time nobody hit me from behind. That's nice.
But this time, there's always next time.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did aim.
Come on, let's have a look at your leg.
That doesn't sound very reassuring, Karrus.
There's only so many times I can be poisoned before I break.
At least I was doing it in jest. He's just doing it to be cruel.
Look at which one that was aimed at.
True.
That's what I mean. He said he aimed at me. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. So you get to the other end of the room. It's another sort of old metal-looking door. Are you wanting to push the door open? Are you wanting to listen at the door? What do you want to do?
Let's listen. And not barge in.
Burr is not pushing anything right now, so he's just gonna... Okay.
Okay. You hear the sound of squeaking again, like panicked squeaking. And you hear the sound of someone chanting.
Oh, we've another chanter.
Is there a keyhole or anything that we could try and peek through and have a wee look?
There is, yes. Roll awareness to peek through the keyhole. Yes, you see a quite large figure in a hood kneeling in front of what looks like a large pink gem like the one you saw before. And he seems to be praying. There are rats running around everywhere.
There are lots of rats, and the other large gentleman that belongs to those spears and sort of waves to the one that obviously is like towering over Burr as he holds it. Seems to be praying to another one of those gem things that I got slightly enamored with at the other end.
Okay. Should we just, Karrus, stand on one side of the door and let Frankie do a fireball thing into the room? Without the
We're not
poison.
even going to try and speak this time, or are we just going to go in, murder, and go away?
Well, you could try to speak if you want to. There's a risk that you will be enchanted and I will have to poison you all.
Why did you say all? I'm not involved. If he gets enamored by the gem, I'm not involved.
I was thinking about the dude, not the gem.
Oh.
You may be right. I'd better not get too close to the gem. And he steps to the side. Have that your plan?
If Frank is okay with it, so yeah.
You want me to use my fireballs now?
Yes.
Right. Open
That's
the
what
door. I shall
Or maybe
try
we
my
could do
best.
a combined attack with a fire and the poison bolt at the same time.
It's a very small doorway. I don't know if we would have enough
Let's
room
let's
to
go with
maneuver.
the fireball then, if you want to.
All
That
right.
is Jack.
If
Karrus is
if I,
literally backing halfway up back the corridor.
well, if I miss, you fire. Well, your poison bolt and I'll leg it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right, that's our plan then.
Who's opening the door?
Yeah, Burr's not kicking it up. No, I only have
You're just
one
gonna
leg,
open
so
it.
I can push it up and then stand to the side real quickly, so I don't get in the way of the fireball.
Alright, so you're going to push the door, and then Frankie's going to...
Step in the doorway and launch a fireball
And what's Karrus
into the
doing?
room.
He's literally halfway back up the corridor, just in inverted commas checking the rear, but basically wanting to be nowhere near their crazy magic that never goes where it's meant to.
Okay, so can Burr and Frankie roll me your attacks, see what happens?
Oh,
So Burr does manage to open the door. Frankie hits the door frame. So the entire door frame is now on fire. The rats inside squeak and continue running. The figure continues chanting and does not respond, but the rats are like running around him in circles. The pink gem is very, very, very big. It's like twice the size of the one you saw before.
Frankie's gonna duck out the way.
And it's like bobbing up and
First.
down.
And Burr is gonna do a poison bolt
Okay,
after
roll.
Frankie's got out of the way. On the guy.
Okay, roll. Nope, your
It's my
poison
99,
again hits
guys.
the door frame and there's a massive explosion. Can everyone roll me a d20, please? Plus balance.
did Karrus retreat far enough?
As long as you
Does
don't
he
roll like a
kind of saw
natural
it
one,
coming?
yes.
Oh,
For
thank God.
fuck's sake. Okay, everyone's fine this time. So the doorway explodes and sending shards everywhere. Half the rats in the room catch fire, the other half try and move away from the burning half. I assume the man who is praying wakes up. No, he doesn't. So there's a pink gem bobbing up and down and a man kneeling in front of it playing as burning rats are like running around him. What do you want to do?
How's the plan going?
Karrus, it's your turn now. Can't you shoot anything like a crossbow or anything?
Shoot the monk!
Bolts.
Okay, you shoot an arrow, it zonks into the back of the figure who's praying, who wakes up and emits a very loud
They told me to do it.
As he stands up, you see he is a massive, like, Eton-sized man. He leeches round and seems to, like, paw futilely trying to get the arrow out of his shoulder. He picks up a club that's next to his side. It's about the size of easily one of your legs, if not bigger.
Okay, guys, so the plan is we keep firing at him, and when he comes into the room, we'll just be on 3 places, so we just spread out as much as we can, so he doesn't hit us all.
Absolutely, says Karrus,
Yep.
backing further up the corridor.
Karrus,
Burgess.
get back here!
Burr is
Still see-
gonna fire another poison bolt at the Etin sort of figure.
That one actually sort of goes in and does manage to poison the Eton. Let's just see if it does have any effect. Yep, it does actually have an effect on him. He does seem to be like sort of flailing quite badly inside the green cloud.
Frankie, you're up.
Frankie's gonna switch to electric bolt and try and shock the Eton. No, I don't.
You try and shoot the thing, there's a loud spark, and then there's a... Can everyone do me a dodge roll, please? As a massive explosion rolls down.
Shit.
Oh no!
Oh, Karrus.
I'm sorry.
I can see this like funneling up one corridor and going straight up the other
Which
corridor.
leg
So
is it
you
you have?
two are
Which leg is it you have at the moment?
I have not noted it down, so I don't know how you want to choose.
Let's just do odd or even then. So, odd or even.
Odd.
It's even. It shatters your ruby golem.
He just like falls over and starts
The
crying.
vibration through the floor shatters Karrus's ruby golem, and Karrus falls down to one leg.
You
There-
total fucker, Frankie.
There
I'm
is
sorry!
the explosion behind is deafeningly loud. I'm just gonna check the rest of you are fine. Burr Nin gets shot backwards again, slams into the wall, but he doesn't break anything this time at least. So
Lucky me.
the pink gem that was behind the one has also exploded in this massive explosion, and you hear the sound of rumbling all around, like something is unstable.
Right,
Maybe we
we've
should
stayed
run,
too long.
guys. Yeah.
We came for a nice jaunt. We enjoyed ourselves. Now it's time to go. Karrus, get up!
This is the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom bit, isn't it?
Yes, now we run.
Run like
Well-
fucks.
I don't think I'm very capable of running, but, you know,
Right. Burr, get over here. Between us,
sort of
us will carry
slowly
him.
stands up.
Between us.
Enthusiastically
yeah.
hop forward, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so as you hop back through the rat room, can everyone do me a dodge roll to not be crushed by a boulder? I'm waiting for Karrus. Okay, it's just Frankie. Frankie gets a boulder land on 18. The right leg. Is that the leg?
I've
you
already
want?
lost my right leg.
Okay, odd or even?
Odd.
It is odd. You managed to keep your new peg leg standing. It doesn't get smashed as you run past. So, as you get to the break room, are you going to just keep running past the break room, or are you going to do anything else?
I mean, we should probably just run out of here, run back through the portal.
I
This is
just
just
do you
just
think,
to
guys?
briefly look behind us to see if there's anything occurring behind.
Let's see, is there anything occurring behind you? Yes, you can see the fact that the ceiling is coming down behind you.
Fucking run!
Yes, run.
Yep. Leg it.
Okay. Can the three of you roll me to get downstairs safely, considering two of you've got fucked legs?
Oh no.
Well, Karrus
Is
and
this
Burr Nin
the
are
end?
fine. Frankie,
Is this the end?
7. Left leg. Your good leg.
Oh no. Oh
8.
no.
Bleeding. Oh, you just managed to do
Oh.
quite a large laceration on your left leg from falling down the stairs. Okay, you have the bridge.
I'm looking at this trio and we're just going, keeping us together and jumping on one leg each.
I mean,
It's the literal three-legged
we're going
race.
to have-
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to risk the bridge as a threesome, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay, you can, and I'll tell you this if you want, you can have one person roll for all three of you, or you can roll individually for the bridge. What do you want?
I think individual is probably better.
Individually is better. We have a bigger chance of coming across.
Okay, roll.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Does anything happen to Burr Nin? 15. Groin. 13. Minor loss. Burr Nin slips and crotches himself quite badly on one of the slits of the bridge.
Oh dear.
I do love your after injury noises, just ah. Are you going to grab him and drag him back after you?
Yes.
Okay, you drag Burr Nin off the bridge. You manage to get him off before the bridge collapses. You're hopping your way up the corridor. You're at the final room. Can everyone do me a final dodge roll to see how you get on before going through the portal?
Oh god.
Karrus. 11. Right arm. 4. Bruised. Karrus just gets a bit bruised. Right. Frankie. 10. Groin. 17. Broken. Frankie slips, gets crotched, and breaks his pelvis again.
My god, are you alright? Has that happened before?
Why does this always happen? Why?
Well, I think it might be karma. I don't know anything about it, but it might be karma.
Either that or overuse has caused a slight weakness.
So the three of you pull together and you get back through the portal as the inside basically just crumbles and a wave of dust shoots out from the portal, knocking the three crow hags over. And the portal suddenly goes and shuts. What happened? Why? The sand? Why is the portal closed? The sand has not run out.
I don't know, but it was
I would like a
terrible.
refund of my blood.
I think it might have something to do with the beach we were on. There was a lot of sand on the beach.
The
And suddenly there
beach.
was a sort of storm. And yeah, the sun blew after us. We were just enjoying ourselves on the beach, having fun. And then the storm
Too much
came.
fun.
Yes.
Ow. Ow.
Poor Frankie had a little bit too much fun.
Fun
I
on
hate you.
the beach. What is a beach?
Happen to have a crutch.
Just looks at you inquisitively, just going, what is a beach?
It's just a lot of sand, at the ocean.
Sand? You
Yes.
have sand? Is it
Yes,
sand? And she points towards the hourglass, which is nearly empty anyway. You
yes,
have
that's
more
sand.
sand.
Well, I think we got some sand with us when we came through the portal, but I'm not really sure. But you can perhaps collect it and put it in your little glass there.
We shall check this sand. And the three of them just start looking at the dust that's sort of come through the portal. Are you going to try and hobble away while they're busy looking at other things?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely need more sweet sherry.
as you hobble out of the cave, I'm so tempted to just include that how are you going to get down the steep hill back to the city?
We have a horse. It's hoof week.
Fuck it, sure, after declaring the magicness of a horse for Hoof Week. We can celebrate International Hoof Week by allowing you to have a horse, though if I remember, Frankie's journey with a broken pelvis on a horse is not ideal.
No.
Ooh.
We'll put him on the horse like a sack, lying on his stomach. That will work.
Lying on my pelvis, basically.
No, yeah. Maybe not on your pelvis, but almost.
Why don't you make a little, like, board that you could attach to the back of the horse and I could just ride the board? At least then I'll
we
be
could do that
flat.
as well. You can lie on your back on the board, and we'll have a little sleigh for you. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Yeah.
Karrus.
Jingle
Karrus.
balls.
Karrus.
Karrus is dutifully trying to hop off on his own. Stop listening to this nonsense.
Karrus,
think,
kill
Frankie,
him.
I might just go and
Karrus.
die in the wilderness.
Karrus, I'm begging you, kill him.
It's really hard to ride with only one leg, Karrus. I think you have to ride with me to have your other leg in the other stirrup.
Two one-legged guys on a horse with one leg, one each in the stirrups. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I really did think that this was going to be the end. And he still survived.
It's never gonna be the end for you, Frankie. You know that.
Though it is sadly the end for the little ruby golem.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm quite sad about that.
Oh.
As you're picking small of little bits of red ruby golem out of your good leg for the next week.
I like to think its head is still, like, wedged into my hip.
Just looking at you longing like, why can't I die?
Yes.
Pleading with you to kill it, put it out of its misery.
We don't know how.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent, Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, Squid, and Ash, with additional content by Dragon. If you would like your own high fantasy dice, then journey to dndice.co.uk and use our name Penance RPG at the checkout for a 5% discount of your order. For what is a hero without shiny loot? As for us, we are but meager bards. If you would care to support our tales, you can buy us a grog or two, or Ko-Fi, as it is known in your parts, at ko-fi.com/penancerpg. If you would like to support us in future efforts, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/penancerpg. Farewell and good night, dear listeners, and remember that time will turn again soon. It's only a game, isn't it?
Have you tried not washing your feet for like a longer while, Squid?
Well, yeah, occasionally, like especially if I've gone like camping or something like that, and they are like louping, to use a good Scottish word. You know, well, it gets to the point it bothers me. Never mind people around me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, overwashing can also get the inverted results when it comes to skin.
I was not aware of.
Yeah,
it can. It does that with your hair as well. But the whole thing of not washing it and then it all calms down doesn't always work for everyone. So
no, exactly. But just getting it out there for all you washing people out there. I tend to not wash my feet that often, and they smell a lot less than when I regularly washed them before. So yeah.
I don't tend to wash my feet that much, but that's because the only time I do wash my feet, I end up slipping and falling and breaking my neck.
Yeah,
yes, please don't do that.
That's definitely something to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly the most well-balanced person.
No, anyway. And especially knowing how your flat is laid out as well. There's a lot of things you could hit your head on.
I mean, you are talking well-balanced to this podcast.
In the shower, I could slip and go through the sort of glass wall outside the shower, so yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Be proper, like, Blade Runner style through the glass. Spread angel as I fall to the ground and land in shards. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.